the African National Congress has come out in support of its deputy president, Paul Mashatile, following allegations of perjury and fraud against him. An ANC member in the Northwest has opened a criminal case claiming that Mashatile submitted a falsified affidavit to the Northwest High Court, a case that sought to nullify the 9th Provincial Conference. Well, let's find out how this might impact on Mashatile's chances to get the top post in the pending cabinet reshuffle. We'll speak now to Dr Sam Koma, a governance expert, talking to us all the way from Bulogwane this morning. Dr Koma, thank you very much for your time. It goes without saying that this is a matter that speaks to ethics. Now, President Ramaphosa came in on the ticket of cleaning up corruption or issues that might have to do with ethical conduct of members, particularly of the ANC. If he does appoint Mashatile, who's to say that we should believe President Ramaphosa, or why should we believe President Ramaphosa when he says he's fighting unethical conduct?
Oh yeah, thanks, Oli, for the opportunity. No, this is a different case altogether. You remember the ANC step-aside rule states that a member or a leader of the ANC should be criminally charged or indicted before a court of law, and then that's where the rule kicks in, that the said member or leader will have to vacate the office or the position until the matter is properly ventilated and concluded in a court of law. So at this stage, what we have is an application that was made by the member of the ANC in the Northwest, Mr. Molefe, alleging that the former acting Secretary General appeared to have committed fraud and perjury by submitting the affidavit plus the annexures before the court.
Yeah.
But Mr. Mashatile, to his defense, has already stated that I did this bona fide, meaning the error was not intended to mislead the court. And also the other defense to him is that the ANC has come out in support of its deputy president to say any leader of the ANC that makes decisions, that leader acts within the confines of collective leadership and collective decision making.
Yeah.
So it would be very difficult to deal with this particular matter, bearing in mind also that fraud and perjury are criminal offenses that are prosecutable by the National Prosecuting Authority. At this stage, we await SAPS to conclude any investigation that they may be undertaking around this particular matter and waiting for the NPA to make a decision to prosecute or not to prosecute.
Before we interpret this politically, Dr. Koma, let's still stay within the realm of legalities. So you've already stated that this is lying in court is an offense that is prosecutable, and we even have an existing case to prove that. But Tabile Dlamini found guilty, I think, twice now for having lied in a court of law. So this does carry a very serious implication for Mr. Mashatile. So what happens, Dr. Koma, if the court says, well, you did this, and the investigators say, yes, indeed, he did falsify statements in a court of law? Does that disqualify him?
Yes, but the conundrum is that his argument is to say that the ANC constitution states that the Secretary General communicates decisions of the higher structure, which is the NEC and the NWC, to the lower structures. In this case, will include the Northwest PEC. So I was acting in the context of the mandate assigned to me as the acting Secretary General. And also the ANC is saying we are going to defend our Deputy President because he was not acting in his personal capacity in the manner in which he proceeded to handle the submissions regarding the conference that was held in the Northwest last year, August. So that will depend on how the court handles this particular matter and arrive at a verdict.
Yeah.
If indeed Deputy President Paul Mashatile is found guilty for fraud and perjury by the High Court, then the step-aside rule will kick in. But it will depend on how the ANC will handle the matter.